What is up, guys? It is Eco here, another video, and today I'm back here on Unity. And today I'm going to be doing another Unity tutorial, and today I'll be teaching you guys how to basically save and load the player's position with player prefs. So basically, if you stop at a certain point in the game and then you close the game, or go back to the main menu or whatever. So you close the game or whatever, and then you load in. It'll bring the player back to where you originally or where you last left off. Now let's go ahead and get started. Actually, so right now I just have my little I just have my little player with a player controller, which I got from Blackthorn Prod's video on how to make a player controller. Link down in the description below. He just has a simple box glider and rigid body 2D. I also have a platform also with a box glider 2D. But let's go ahead and get started here and just go ahead and create the script. So create C# script. Let's go ahead and just name this save player pause for position. Go ahead and do that, and then let's go ahead and load into the script here. Load up Visual Studio. Alright guys, now that we have Visual Studio loaded up, let's go ahead and just take out these two methods and start from scratch. So go ahead and save the script, and then first we want to go ahead and create a public game object player for to store our player game object, and then we will go ahead and create a public void player pause save. So this is going to be the method for saving our player or our player's position. So first, with player prefs, we just want to go ahead and do player prefs. Oh, whoops. Actually, before we do this, let's go ahead and go above this, and let's go ahead and do private void start, because there are a couple of things we need to do in here first. There we go, and then let's just go ahead and do a float px, which will equal the player.transform.position.x. Let's create another float for the p or position y, which will equal player.transform.position.y this time. So basically, these are just storing these are just creating two floats that are storing these two x and y values from the player. And then that's all we have to do for right now inside of the start method. So let's go ahead and go back into our player pause save, and then let's go ahead and go down to player prefs dot set float. So this is basically setting the value in save so we can later load it or get it in player prefs. So let's go ahead and put these parentheses here, and then we'll do in quotations let's do p_x, and then after the quotations we'll do comma player.transform.position.x, and then next we'll do player prefs again dot set float, again in quotations p_y this time, and then again we'll do comma player.transform.position.y, and after again we'll do player prefs, but this time we'll do set int, and in quotations we'll say, let's name this save or saved, and then we'll put a 1 here. So this is basically just checking if these values have been saved yet. If it's basically saying if these values have been created yet. So that's just what that's checking. And then we'll go ahead and do just to make sure that these are saved, we'll do player prefs dot save. And that's it for the save method. So now let's go ahead and in here in the start method we'll go ahead and go down a couple of lines, and we'll do px equals player prefs dot get float. Get is now being called because now we're trying to load these values that were set previously. So get float, and then we'll do p_x, because you want to make sure that when you're getting whatever you're getting, you have to make sure that this string right here is the same as the one that you're setting. And then again, we'll go ahead and do py equals player prefs dot get float, and then in quotations we'll do p underscore y. Again, we want to make sure that is the exact same as what we have set here. And now let's go ahead and create another public void here. And these are being public just in case you want to grab the methods in a different script. But this time we'll do player pause load instead. And then go ahead and create that method. And this one, it's very short, so we'll go ahead and do player prefs dot set int, and we'll do time load, and then we'll set this to 1. Now time to load is basically just setting so you can load this the player's position multiple times. That's all that's doing. It's very simple, but it's just making sure that this works properly. And then we'll go ahead and do player prefs dot save right here just to make sure those are saved. And then we'll go back up to the start method, and then under this we'll go ahead and do player prefs dot set int. We're just setting this again, and then we'll go ahead and do time to load 0. Oh, actually, I forgot something. Let's go ahead and go back at the top here, and then we need to create a quick if statement. So if player prefs dot get int, again in quotations, saved equals 1. So basically that's checking if there is a it's basically saying if there is a value that has been saved. So 1 basically equals true and 0 equals false. We'll do equals 1 and player prefs dot get int, then parentheses and in quotations we'll do time to load. Again, this is just checking or making sure that we can load this multiple times, and to get int time to load 1. And then we'll go ahead and create this if statement, and then we'll just go ahead and take all this code, do Control-C, and then backspace it, and then we'll go ahead and paste it inside of this if statement right here. And then that's really it. Last thing we have to do, of course, is going to be player prefs dot save, just to make sure those are saved. And the reason this is setting this back to 0 if this equals to 1 is basically it's just a time to load, which that's why I named it that. But it's just checking, you know, multiple. It's basically just making sure you can save it multiple times. But yeah, so that's really the script. Let's go ahead and go back into Unity here, and then we can go on the player. We'll let this compile real quick. Okay, so we'll go back on the player. Actually, let's go ahead and create a empty game object, and then let's name this game manager. And if you have multiple scenes, you are gonna want to have this game manager in each scene. But we'll go ahead and drag this save player pause onto here, and then we'll drag the player object. So basically, in any scene you have your player in, you want to have this game manager in. If you're only having, if you have this save player pause on that game manager. But let's go ahead and drag this player value, or this player object, right into this game object thing right here. So that's basically just confirming the value of player here. But setting this value to this game object. And that really should be it. So basically, actually, No, that is not it. Sorry. So, basically, the reason that is not it is because we need to now call those void player pause, player position save, and player position load methods. So basically, what I like to do is basically, so if you have a player controller, let me go ahead and load mine up here. If you have a player controller, I like to go ahead and just go in the awake method. Oh, forgot to put void. For some reason my autofill for voids isn't working. That's fine. So go ahead and do that. And then right here, we actually want to go ahead and create a new little little variable here. And we'll go ahead and just type in the name of this script. So save player pause. And then let's just name this let's just name this player pause data. And then we'll go into this void awake method. And then we'll do player pause data equals find object of type. This is basically looking for the script. And then we'll go ahead and type in the script name again. So save player pause and then parentheses and close that off with a semicolon. And then next we will now do player pause data dot player pause load. And then we'll do parentheses right there. Now where we're going to save this is basically, so yeah, I typically have a little quit button. So let's actually go ahead and create that real quick, because just so we can have a little main menu, just so I can show you guys what I really do. So we'll go into scenes here and we'll create a another scene. Where is it? I can't seem to find scene. Oh, there it is. Okay. So yeah, we'll go ahead and just name this main menu. Okay. And then we will, in here, we'll go ahead and create a UI button. And then we'll take the canvas and basically we want to set this canvas scaler to scale with screen size. And then whatever resolution you're using, you want to set this just so you can make sure all the UI is correct. So mine is 16 by 9. So we'll go 1600 by 900. And then we'll go ahead and take this button. I'll probably scale it up a bit. We find it, scale it up a bit, and we'll just drag it over here in the corner. That is really low as text. Okay, so let's go ahead and rename this. So we'll just go ahead and name this to quit right there. And then we might scale that up a little bit. And then we'll go, let me see, pixel perfect, see if that'll fix the quality a little. Nope. Okay, that's fine. But let's go ahead and go on the actual button here, and then so we'll set the navigation to none, just so it. Just go ahead and set the navigation to none. And so let's go ahead and set these values. So highlighted color, let's make that a bit of a red. Press color, we'll make that maybe a darker red, right? And then normal color can just be white. But so we need an on click event, which basically, let's go ahead and actually create another script. Create C# script. Let's just go ahead and name this menu or quit for now. So we'll go ahead and load up this quit script, and let's go ahead and take all this out. And then at the top here, we want to go ahead and do using Unity engine.scene management. I don't know why my autofill isn't working. That's kind of weird. But let's go ahead and just create a public void quit. And then here, we will go ahead and do scene manager dot load. Why is my my autofill just decided to start dying? Dot load scene, and then in quotation marks we will go ahead and do the name of main menu, and that's actually really it. So let's go ahead and minimize this, and let's drag this quit script onto the canvas, and then we'll go on our button here. We'll add the on click event, and then we'll drag the canvas on here, and then in this little function here thing, we'll go down to our quit script, and we'll find the function of, oh, I think I see the issue, because this can't be the same name as this. So we'll go ahead and just name this quit game then, and then we'll minimize it after saving. Let this compile. Back here, quit, and then there it is, quit game. So now that's go ahead and gone after that. So let's go ahead and make sure this works. Let's go ahead and set up the actual main menu scene here. So we'll go ahead and create another UI button. And on this button, let me go ahead and drag it up here. And on the canvas, scale screen size, again, 1600 by 900. And we will scale this button up. And put it right here. Let me scale it up a bit more just so we can see that text good. Right about there. And then we will do, let's name this new game, or that's gamer. New game. And let's go ahead and center that. It's probably all distorted because I scaled it weirdly, but it's fine. So let me actually just instead do this. And then we can just up this. There, that's better. That's fine. So we'll take new game, and then let's go ahead and just center this over here. And we will go ahead and duplicate this button. This will be new game. It is not capitalizing that G. There we go. And then this will be load game. And we'll take this, let me actually move the button down here. And then we'll go on the text and do load game. I apologize if this tutorial gets a bit long, but just had to add this extra step just to get the full functionality of it. So basically, new game. Let's go ahead and create a, you could actually combine these two scripts, but it is fine. Let's just go ahead and create a new script, and we'll do, let's just name it menu. You can name it main menu, whatever you want. Let's go ahead and load into it. Reload all. Actually reload my Visual Studio there. There we go. We'll go on to the menu. Let's go ahead and take away these methods here. Okay. So on the new game here, actually, let's go ahead. Yeah, so again, we'll do public void new game and create that. Oh, there should not be a space there. Okay, and then let's create another public void, this time load game. And again, let's go ahead and do using Unity Engine. Boom. Or whoops, not Unity Engine dot scene management. There we go. And then here in both, so we'll do scene manager dot load scene. This one, I'm pretty sure it's called sample scene. I didn't rename the scene, so that's fine. We'll go ahead and do Control C, Control V. But so let's actually go back over to the quit script, right? So on this, we want to call. So let's go ahead and create a little. Yeah, let's go ahead and do another thing. So basically, just save player pause like we did in the other one. So save player pause, and then we'll just do player pause data. And then this one we'll do. So again, let's make a start method. So void start, and then we'll do player pause data equals find object of type. Save player pause. Sorry if this is kind of going back and forth. This is only like my second tutorial, so I'm still trying to get used to doing all this. But so now inside of this quit game method, we'll do player pause data dot player pause save. Oh, that voice crack though. Okay. Yeah, player pause save. So in this one, it's loading it, right? Just on awake. So actually, I sort of add this load game thing for so basically I'll actually show you guys a little something extra. So in this one, yeah, since it's saving it, but then it's also loading it when the player, on the awake of the player script. So here, or in the menu script, so here, if you want to start, a totally new game, you can actually do player prefs dot delete key. You could do delete all, but there's some stuff you may want to like keep, but that's up to you. So delete key, if you want to delete a specific key, let's go back here. So we want to delete the px and py, right? We want to delete the p underscore x key, but then we want to also do player prefs dot delete key. This is probably not the most efficient way of doing this, but this is the way that I learned. So, again, why? But also, we want to clear out the rest of these, so like the time to load and saved. So again, we'll just do player prefs dot delete key. We'll do time to load, and again, you want to make sure that these are spelled the exact same. And last one, player prefs dot delete key. And this one will be the saved. So that's if you want to start a complete new game. But on this one, you can just load it, basically. But now that that's set up, we can go ahead and minimize this, go back to Unity. And then we can go ahead and drag this menu script onto the canvas. So go back to the canvas here. Right. And then we can go on to this new game button. And then we can add a on-click event and drag the canvas inside of here. And again, go to this little function, the menu script, and since this is a new game button, we want to select the new game function. And same thing on load game, create a on-click event, drag the canvas inside of here, since that is the object that contains the script we want to use. Again, select the no function, menu, and load game this time, and we'll go ahead and save. Okay guys, I am back, so I apologize for that. I was looking at what I missed, and I forgot one very important thing on why it didn't work. We want to go ahead and go right here, and then we want to do player.transform.position equals new vector2. And then, so vector2 because it is a 2D game. And then we want to put in the px and py variables. Now, if we save that and go back to Unity, and we hit the play button after it's done compiling. So now, if we hit new game, walk around, say we want to end off right here, we hit quit. But now, new game, we start off right where we left off. Now, for those who are wondering, this does work when you exit the game and re-enter it. So let's actually just go ahead and hit play again. And you actually, if I hit load game, it would just load my position like last time. But let's go ahead and hit quit, exit game, right? We go and hit play. Say this is our fresh load, right? We hit new game. So we, play the game a little bit. We go over here. We hit quit. And then we actually stop playing the game. But then we hit play again. This time we want to load our game. So we hit load game and we are right back where we left off. But also for those who are trying to make a 3D game, basically with the code, all you have to do is just add another couple of lines here. So basically you go right here. The only thing you would need to add is a z-axis. So you'd go float pz this time equals player dot transform dot position dot z, and then you do pz equals player press. So then you do equals player press dot get float quotations p underscore z, and then right here you'd, instead of a vector 2, since you're doing a 3D game, you do vector 3, and then right over here you do comma pz, right? And then down here again you'd set another one, so player press dot set float, again in quotations p underscore z, comma player dot transform dot position dot z. Boom. Now I can actually try to make this work inside of, yeah, I can try to make this, I can try to show you guys it even in 2D space. So let's go ahead and save this. Let's go back here. And let's actually not maximize on play, and then let's go right here just to show you guys in my 2D space. Then we'd hit new game, we go over here, but actually let me exit this right here, and then we'd go find the player, right? So his z right here is 0, right? Let's set this to like 50. Okay, let me actually find him. Yeah, he went behind it. So he's all the way over here. So this is set to 50, right? Obviously, it doesn't. Obviously, the game is actually in 2D, so you can't really see that, but it's fine. So we'll go ahead and hit quit here. And then we'd hit load game. Okay? But as you can see, he loaded right here back at 50. Now, that is going to go ahead and end the video for today, guys. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That really appreciated. And I hope everyone's day has been going good. If it hasn't, then I hope this video helped. If it didn't, then I hope you guys can do something today that we can do good. And then you can reflect on today and say it was a good day. So yeah, I'm Z Codes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next one. Peace.